So ladies and gentlemen, we've stolen a bike from Triumph. And what a bike to steal. This is the Bonneville Black, otherwise referred to as the Bobby. And what a bike it is. Now obviously I've got a Yamaha XV that I'm trying to turn into a little bit of a Bobby. So if you're going to go and visit Triumph and you're going to steal one of their bikes, the obvious choice is that you're going to take their factory Triumph Bobby. And that's what I've done. So the bike comes with a parallel twin engine. And what an engine it is. Lovely, deep, throaty engine noise coming out of the stock pipes. Now these aren't aftermarket exhausts. This is the stock pipes. And listen to that roar, ladies and gentlemen. Now the riding position on the Bobby is what you would expect really of a Bobby. It does feel a little bit higher than what I'm used to on the XV. But the seat's adjustable, so maybe I've got it set at a higher setting. I am 6 foot after all. It also comes with a monoshock shock absorber that's hidden under the rear seat, keeping those nice clean lines that you expect of a Bobby. Just watch the little bit of mud here. Definitely don't want to come off the bike. And what a day for it. The sun's come out. Early January 2020 and we have sunshine. Now as you can see, comes with bar end mirrors. Usually with bar end mirrors you tend to have a few problems, so you only ever see your forearm and you get horrible vibrations, which mean you can't actually see anything out of them when you go at speed. They just look cool, but these are brilliant. They're nice, they're firm, you don't see any vibration, and I can see a bit of my forearm, but I can see what's behind me. Now this is my first ride of anything Triumph really. I mean I borrowed Rossi's Triumph Bonneville once for about 10-15 minutes while I went to put fuel in for him, but I've not really had a full experience of it. And yeah, you can argue that a couple of hours you don't know everything about the bike until you've lived with it, but I'm really impressed, really impressed. Do I really want another bike? Will the wife divorce me and leave me? Probably, but for now I'll cope with the test ride. Now one of the great functions that you get on a Triumph is you get different modes. So we're currently in rain mode, just because you can see the roads themselves are still a little bit sodden. The sun is out but it hasn't quite soaked it up yet, so the fact that we're in rain mode is great. I also like the fact that you've got a fuel gauge, it's a digital clock, it tells you what gear you're in. You've got all the niceties of a modern bike with the classic clean looks of a Bobby. And that 1200 engine, the torque is fantastic. Now obviously, I like a spirited ride every now and then, but I'm not going to thrash it. It's not fair, it's not my bike. We're going to be sticking to the speed limit here. The Bobby also comes with factory Brembo brakes, front and back. Now this is the Bobby Black, so I think if I remember rightly it does come with a twin disc up front, just giving you that little bit more stopping power. Full Brembos, probably one of the best braking companies ever, so you know you're going to stop. bike handles brilliant. As I mentioned before in one of my other videos, I've actually scraped the pegs on my XV. It's a very low ride position. Fortunately, I've not scraped the pegs on this yet, and I don't really want to, really. Like I said, it isn't my bike, but it just gives you loads of confidence in the corners. The suspension soaks up the bumps. Lovely, from what you can expect. The brakes, really firm, really good stopping power. One of the things I really like is how thin the bike feels between your legs. But it allows you to grip the tank with your knees. My XV feels really wide. I've got my left leg on mine resting on top of the engine, and then the right leg is pushed up against the airbox. But this is lovely. The controls as well, so my legs are at a 90-degree angle. They're I don't feel hunched, I don't feel uncomfortable. Don't get me wrong, probably after a couple of 100 miles I'm probably going to feel quite stiff, and I think anybody would really, whether you were in a car or on a bike. Let's face it, it's an unnatural position to sit in. Now, one of the things I do really like is it's water cooled, so you haven't got to worry about tootling around town, getting air through that airbox. So this, for an everyday rider, would be perfect. Now I'll put some footage up of a walk around of the bike, just so that you can all have a good look around. It's my first visit to Triumph today, Staffordshire Triumph, and you know what, I'd recommend going and visit those guys. From within 5 minutes of me being in the showroom, they were really welcoming. Tico, what a guy. Definitely worth going and having a chat with him. The other thing I really like about Triumph is they've got so many little factory extras that you can purchase from them. Everything down to little engine cases, mirrors, bar ends, the colour schemes, emblems, you name it, they've got it. And it allows you to stay factory but customise your bike. And that's what we love, that's what us bikers like, and that's why you follow this channel. We're changing the bike from a normal standard bike into something that's yours and something that's individual, and trying to allow their riders to do that. Now I know there's lots of manufacturers out there that allow you, have got factory customs, etc. But I just think Triumph outdo them. I'm a huge fan. Yes, okay, I ride a Yamaha XV. Yes, I've got a Suzuki GSXR. I don't own a Triumph. But it doesn't mean I can't appreciate them. And they're British made. Well, I say British made, they're a British company, the bikes are made abroad, but it just makes you have that little bit of pride. Now, as you can see up front, Rusty's decided to take out a Triumph Scrambler. I believe it's a 900cc bike. I've had a quick walk around that as well. I've sat on it already. One of the major differences is how light it is. Don't get me wrong, this is not exactly a heavy bike. It's 1200cc, so you definitely feel the weight of the engine. It's not scared to go around corners by any means, but you definitely know there's weight there. A few other niceties on the bike, so you've got an LED headlight, I think a lot of manufacturers are missing out on this at the moment. I mean, my XV's still got the halogen front headlight. Why? I know that some manufacturers like to keep the bikes themselves, you know, moulds, etc. for parts. I mean, my bike's 2015, so it's been going on for 5 years now, and we still don't have an LED headlight. That's something you have to do extra yourself. I don't understand it. The gauge cluster on this is brilliant as well. As I said, you get a gear indicator, fuel gauge, clock, you can change your modes. It is exactly a modern bike. So as I said, I'll leave you with some cinematics of the bikes. My name's Jez. This is a DIY beard. Please do not forget to like and subscribe. It really does help the channel out, and it pushes me on to do more content like this. If you want to, leave a comment on what you'd like me to do for my next first ride, and maybe I'll get in touch, see if I can borrow one of those, and we'll take it out and give you my opinion on that. But thanks for watching, guys. Bye now.